Alright guys, I'm here in Menifee, California, and I'm originally from Orange County, so I'm going to show you guys the car, what I have in the mods, and yeah, so here we go. So this is it right here, the 2017 mods I got is these cones, which are really nice. They're lightweight, pretty nice, and let's see, and I have let's see, it's damn, I don't even know. They're Otsu tires. Trying to see where the, bear with me. Okay, so they're 195/65 R15. I was gonna go smaller tire, but my commute is 60 miles one way. Can you imagine coming back? And then in here, practically it is Mazda. Ignore the Toyota signs. Second mod, and I do have the MCD AIO mod, so I can play videos, the recent version, and yeah, so looks different. So I can go here, and I can go to speedometer once I get my MCD. No, I get the, what's it called? Oops. Let's see. Jesus, come on. Android Auto, I can GPS, do some tweaks. Speedometer, once I get the GPS card. Video player, I can watch videos from the USB once I get that. And then, oh yeah, the most important thing of the car that cost me a little bit more than what I thought. I got the Godspeed Mono SS suspension kit. They're awesome. They're really good. I have no negative feedback on it. So if you're watching, Godspeed, thank you for making these coilovers. Affordable pricing. And yeah, I mean, I wish there was more automakers making parts for this. I know there was the springs from Megan or Tanabe, I think. Yeah, so they stopped making the springs, the lowering springs, which I don't mind, you know, having lower springs, but I've had springs before, and I can tell you that's why I switched to coilovers when I had the MR2. It's because I had Megan, or was it Tanabe? One of those two, I forgot. My MR2, and the the, if you had springs to your regular strut setup stock, yeah, it lowers it, but it will cut the lifespan of your strut. It'll probably take off like quarter of the life itself, so you'll be switching more struts than coilovers. As in coilovers, yeah, you spend the extra money. I know you guys you guys are on coilovers, right? That was me, and I spent like $6, and that's not bad, dude. That's pretty cheap for coilovers. There's one that go for $2,000, you know. And for these Godspeeds, they have nice setup. I had Evasive Motorsports from Santa Fe Springs. Thank you guys, if you guys are watching. Set me up. They install these really easy. It was pretty good. And the setup was nice. And yeah, so I'm going to show you guys the dampening strength. And yeah, so let me show you. And I showed you guys the engine before. I'll put this, whatever, I'm just gonna put it right there. It's got dampeners. It doesn't have the boot that usually it comes with. Like, you know what I mean. So right now I think I have it like, I forgot what it was. It's like mediocre. So yeah, it comes with that. And I have the K&N, and there's no headers for this car. I had contacted, like I said, from Malaysia. This guy, he says it's kind of hard to get imported goods. Like, he can send me other stuff, but I would really like to switch the headers, but I know it makes a lot of noise. But if there's any mods you guys suggest, I can do this without sacrificing, you know, illegal, because, you know, I got like 4 years more of to do smog. So California is pretty good at restrictions. So, but at least they have us some kind of fun. Again, guys, like, I'm open-minded. I don't care if you guys have any suggestions, comments, concerns of the mod. Please do so. There's something like I've seen people mod this. I really like to mod that. I've seen putting a filter here. Disconnect this one. If you guys have any suggestions on that, please let me know too. Just little tweaks that I want to do, you know, not crazy. It is my daily driver. I still got to go to work. And yeah, like I said, this is a Mazda engine. And it's a 1.5. Yeah, so overseas, if you guys are watching too, please, if you guys can help me get parts over here, that would be great. So right, and yeah, I'm just looking. Okay, all right, so then one more mod that I did. Like I said, we don't have a lot of what's it called, aftermarket here for this car. So one thing I did is I had this guy really like help me out really cheap. I'm gonna get down here. He modded the exhaust, so I left this stock, and then he cut the heavy thing, the muffler, and put it. He did a really good job. For 40 bucks, this guy helped me out. Look, it's got the hinge, and then the, I don't know if you can see, there it is. Ah, these coils are hanging, look at that. They're really nice. I like it. It handles nice. I don't know what's that. Maybe it's the ABS braking system, right? I don't know. Anyhow, so that's my mods. And yeah. Cool, guys. I'll update videos here and there. Random shenanigans. I gotta go finish detailing my car a little bit more. Only because when I got my car wash and I sped here, no racing. I don't condone racing. I do like driving back in the canyons. I've had guys, you know, dude, it's ridiculous sometimes. I've had people pull up next to me. All right, we're in the freeway. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon on the 60 freeway, LA. Mind you, this is where I just like installed the coilovers. And this guy, that was my brakes, they're clean. This guy in a Ford Focus RS, it's I think it's a 2.0, 1.5 turbo or 1.4 or 2.0. I looked it up. And rush hour traffic. All right, I'm not talking shit. There's some Ford vehicles I like, American cars. I was just born in this era of the 80s and 90s where you bought American, you were buying shit, right? But you got to consider that some of the cars now these days, they've come up. Come on, look at what's it called? What is it? Look at Hyundai. 80s had a really bad on the Korean market. That's a Korean car if you didn't know that. South, not north. Don't get that wrong. And this guy, I know Ford does great in European market. They have a lot of really great cars over there that we don't get here, even though it's domestic, right? So this guy, I'm like, rush hour, I just had the coils installed, so I'm like trying it out. And this guy pulls up next to me. He saw my car and he goes, and I'm just like, oh, cool, turbo, nice. And I'm just like minding my own business. I heard him, I didn't want to give him attention because why? You know, it's pointless. I'm driving, and the guy, I hear him stepping on it. He lets traffic a little bit and then he pulls and pulls. I don't think, I know when you have a stock car and suspension and stuff like that, it's like, it's different when you have a setup like coilovers and wheels. You don't need to like prove yourself that you have power, because I can tell you, like, for this 1.5 straight NA, just a suspension setup, I feel like I'm cruising at 80 miles an hour. I shit you not. Like, I'm going 80. Oh shit, I'm going 80, you know? It's like, oh fuck, I'm going 80. So like, I'm going 70, and cars don't realize that they're going 70. So, you know, people like step on it. The reason being that, you know, I feel that cars don't feel like they're going 80 because the suspension setup in stock cars, there's drag in the air, so you're getting hit with the air, so the speed, you're making up for it. So when you have coilovers and you're dropped 70 miles an hour, there's not much drag because you're low. There's not that much air going through the bottom of your car, as in a stock car there's air going through everywhere. So this guy, then he pulls up next to me. I totally ignore him. I don't know what he wanted. I was just like, okay dude, it's just an RS. Looks like you just put a blow off valve. Great. Built. I mean bought, not built. So I'm taking my time with this car. Like I said, I had MR2 mid-engine, had an FRS, had Corollas, had a Tacoma. By far I like this car. Out of all those cars, I really like the MR2 Spider. I know it doesn't have a lot of power, but once you start modding and shit, you'll feel the difference. I guess I'm not a guy about power. It's just, I like the handling. I like going back roads and drive. I just feel like, to me, is like a test. When I buy an underpowered car, like manufacturers now these days, these cars are made to perform, right? So sometimes I feel like I'm the underdog, you know, like I'm going in the canyons and I'm driving to work and I get, you know, followed by a STI. Last time was an STI WRX, and he was in front of me, and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I had this guy fucking go. He didn't pass me in the canyons. He was in front of me already. And I don't know how he noticed that we were just cruising, right? And I was like, oh, cool, STI. And then he just started going, woom, woom. I was like, what the fuck? All right, this guy wants to go. Fuck it. Yeah, we went at it, and I stuck with him with this car, which I was surprised. And it was kind of stock, and I was just stock. I had nothing. The only thing I had was Can-Am filter. That was it. And I was really surprised. I mean, it is a small car. It's like a 2,200 pound car. You're looking at a 3,000 pound car. I mean, there's videos like I've seen a Mini Cooper going against a Mustang on the like I forgot what European racetrack, but it was crazy. So yeah, so I like to do those kind of things, and I feel like I'm the underdog in this car. And in the future, once I'm paying it off, I got a call from Toyota. They want me. Well, not they want me. I want to too, but they say if I want to reserve the Supra. But given the fact that I already started this, it's a waste. I'm not gonna make the same mistake again. It's just, you know, dropping the FRS, and I left it with everything. I had headers, I had coilovers, I had no intake. I just had the air filter. I feel like it does better in performance wise. I had straight NVIDIA exhaust. All I needed was a tune. I had no regrets because I met my wife, like I said. But if I knew then what I know now, is that no matter what, you have to fight for what you want. And for this, I'm gonna keep this car and pay it off. And then I know her and I had like a discussion because I posted on Instagram, oh, no, you're not getting that car. You gay. I was like, what the fuck? Stupid. She just, sometimes she can be a handful, but yeah. Sorry, I'm just texting. Alright, so those were my mods. I don't know if there's any, there is like other things I want to do, but I want to do like just straight like brace it, you know, a good brace. A lot of people tend to look over that, and I learned that because it's not just suspension, it's about if you don't have a good bracing in your car, let's say undercarriage, the strut, rear strut, not the strut, the bars, the inside, like right down here, like would go like a metal bar strut, not like a whole roll cage, to hold it, because you know you do a lot of movement, and I feel like things will start, you know, moving, you know, so to speak. I'm not looking a lot in power. I'm just trying to look for performance, better response. And yeah, it's that. And I want to look for some better braking. What's all that power if you don't have brakes? You know, boom, you're done, son. So yeah, that's all I do. And yeah, so thanks for watching. I don't think I have anything else to tell you guys. But thanks for watching, and if you're watching from overseas, thank you for looking at this. And I don't know if there's anything else. I know that I was explaining to this guy from Malaysia. He talks English too. I was surprised, and he said he can send me parts. So let me see. What I got here. I don't have it. But yeah, so again, this is my car. I don't have in Malaysia or Japan and Indonesia and Thailand. They have, I've seen off the set, they have a thing called iStop, and I don't know what iLoop is. They have these other ones, which is really strange. Yeah, so it was like, and then they have like, you know how my car is right now. They have this here and this here. Maybe in the future when I start getting really technical, I want to order this and get the actual one from Japan. So I'll have like the RPM here and then the miles per hour here. That'll be really tight. I think that would help me a lot, because one thing that I hate that Mazda and Toyota did on this car is that when you're driving and you want to switch gear, you can't see this because of the reflection of the sun. So I'm going to take a picture of this, or I'm going to send this video, a short version of it, to Toyota and say, what the F? I can't see this in the sun. Like, you can't see it. Like the sun hits from here and it just reflects. I can't see it. So it doesn't make sense. And that's it. Like I said, I don't care if you subscribe. I'm just telling my life, and I will tell you later what I do for a living, and that's my wife calling. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.